Hold on. Let's get this shit. Let's get this shit. Let's get this shit. Let's.
Alright, bro.
Let's get it. How
Culture gang, culture gang, culture gang.
How y'all doing? Y'all doing good? I grabbed the mic and Jack's son. It don't matter if you're black or white.
Son. Anyway,
alright.
there's a Barry McCockiner video.
Yeah, we know y'all been waiting for one.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for one. Sure, everybody been waiting for one.
The worst NBA MVPs ever.
It's time to deliver. Which one do you want to see on here?
If Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell in 62 isn't on this list.
If Steve Nash in 06 isn't on this list, well, like his brother, you gonna be shitting bricks. Let's get it.
Oh my god. Alright, man. Let's get into the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's go.
In this video, I'm going to name the worst.
Okay, bro.
Why are you so nasty, man, in the beginning, bro?
Yeah, mailman. That man delivered.
No, hey, well, we're not gonna go. We're not addressing
NBA
that.
history. This video will offend many people, but remember, this is my video and my opinion, so that's all that matters.
All right, let's go.
It's also worth remembering that up until 1981, NBA players voted for the league MVP.
That's such a bad
not
idea.
The media, which led to some ridiculous outcomes. With all that said, let's go. 1961, Bill Russell over Wilt Chamberlain. The biggest reason I can think Russell won MVP in 1961 was because the Celtics had the best record in the NBA. Although Russell's individual production, at least offensively, lagged far behind his top contemporaries, especially one at his own position, Wilt Chamberlain. As you'll see, this was a common theme throughout Russell's career. Wilt had by far the best numbers, and his team went 46-33, which isn't bad at all. So he should have been the easy choice. 1962.
Thank you, bro. And you know, especially recently, I've been one of the biggest Wilt Chamberlain detractors.
I don't know
but
why you detract
this is highway robbery.
Oh yeah.
The man averaged 50.
Wasn't good enough.
50 points a game.
50 points and he lost too many games.
Someone explain to me how you average 50 points a game on, I think, 24 rebounds a game, or 26 actually, and you don't win MVP.
I'll tell you how. Your team wasn't good enough.
If that happened to one of my teams, I'm burning something down.
Yeah. I guess what? You're going to be burning it down because this team wasn't good enough.
Stop it.
Name another player on that 62
Okay.
team.
Hal Greer.
Exactly.
You ain't top
While
exactly.
1961 MVP robbery was bad, 1962 was
someone
criminal.
I can be
Wilt
one-on-one.
famously averaged 50 points and 26 rebounds a game, while also having the best advanced stats in the league. It wasn't just Wilt, though. Oscar Robertson averaged a hyper-efficient 30-point triple-double.
Yeah.
Elgin Baylor averaged 38, 19, and 5 while serving in the military. Jerry West even averaged 31, 8, and 5. But there was Russell, who averaged 19, 24, and 5. Good numbers for sure.
Yeah,
but nowhere close
not
to any of the others, especially Wilt, that came away with the MVP once again.
What I'm saying is, like, their MVP numbers,
but
Wilt should have won.
He should have been fourth place in the conversation.
Right.
The stats we were just showing.
Wilt should have won. And I'm a guy that thinks Wilt Chamberlain ain't top 10, but whatever.
Reason his Celtics had the best record.
We'll talk about that.
Disgusting.
We'll talk about
1963. Bill Russell.
I have
over
my
Elgin
reasons.
Baylor. For the third year in a row, Russell won MVP largely for his team having the best record in the league, despite far inferior offensive production than his top peers. Russell averaged 17, 24, and 5 on 43% shooting, which are good numbers, but Elgin Baylor averaged a ridiculous 34, 14, and 5 per game on better efficiency, while the Lakers lost just 5 more games than Boston.
Oh, come
I don't
on,
buy
man.
any argument for Russell, especially
who won the chip though.
One that centers around intangibles and defense, because the Celtics teams during Russell's career were stocked with future Hall of Famers.
That sounds like a Kobe LeBron debate.
The intangibles. The killer mentality.
Like, what the fuck does that mean, bro? Y'all reaching.
1965.
Hey, mentally, Kobe thinks LeBron better.
He is discrediting all of Bill Russell's MVPs.
Hey, man, come on. It's Bill Russell, man.
In 5 years, Russell won MVP over a more deserving peer due to the Celtics having the best record in the league. Wow, a Boston athlete getting overrated due to team results? Never seen
Stop with the Brady
Russell
hate.
averaged
Enough.
15, 24, and 5 on 44% shooting. Again, good numbers, but far below the Big O's stellar 39 and 12 on 48% shooting. Jerry West also averaged a great 31, 6, and 5 on 50% shooting with great advanced stats. In my opinion, the reason why Russell won so many MVPs was because, as stated at the beginning of of this video, players voted on the award during his career. And the rules stated players couldn't vote for themselves or a teammate. So players were lazy and just gave the biggest name on the best team their votes, which was Russell. Don't worry though. This is the last fraudulent MVP Russell.
The last fraudulent?
On to other players now. 1969.
He discredited 4 out of 5 of them.
Yeah. I gotta happen.
This is Bill Russell hate. And if you've seen Barry's top 12 NBA players of all time, you don't have Bill Russell on the list.
Yeah, because he's overrated.
Unseld over
Will Chamberlain.
Easily one of the worst MVPs ever. Wes Unseld got 2 major boosts in voting to get him this award. Number 1, he was a rookie and brand new, and number 2, his team had the best record in the league. Sound familiar? Never mind the fact that he averaged just 14 points, 18 rebounds, and 3 assists per game on 48% shooting. Again, maybe players aren't the best people to vote on MVP. Overall, this was a pretty weak year for MVP candidates, but I would have given it to Willis Reed, who averaged 21, 15, and 2, and had the best advanced stats in the league for a 54 win
balling out?
Just 3 fewer wins than Unseld's team. 1970, Willis Reed over Jerry West.
The
next season, Reed had a very similar year to his 1969 season, averaging 22, 14, and 2 on 51% shooting. Great numbers, but I would have given the award to Jerry West, not to be racist. West averaged 32, 5, and 8 on 50% shooting for a Lakers team that saw Wilt and Elgin Baylor miss extended time with injuries. West also led the NBA in points per game, PER, and win shares to show that his numbers weren't hollow or just a product of stat padding. West somehow never won
win shares and stuff like that. Was that a stat back then that people even looked at? No. I feel like people were looking at stats like that back then anyway.
No. They had the points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks.
I mean,
but they didn't even count blocks.
Besides Wilt Chamberlain's 100 on a piece of paper with crayon on it.
The MVPs.
But with the win shares, they got a bunch of film. You can go back and look.
I don't believe the 100-point game happened. I'll put my tinfoil hat on. I don't believe it.
Yeah, you don't believe a bunch of things happen either.
But that doesn't mean he didn't deserve any. 1973, Dave Cowens over Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That don't even sound right.
By 1973, but that doesn't mean Celtics players still weren't wrongly winning MVP awards thanks to team records. That's what happened in 1973 with Dave Cowens and Kareem. Cowens, who averaged 21, 16, and 4 for a 68-win Celtics team, arguably wasn't even the best player on his own team. Hello, John Havlicek. There is no argument for Cowens winning it over Kareem, who averaged 30, 16, and 5 for a
30, 16, and 5. What was the 5?
1976. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar over Bob McAdoo. I've spent most of this video shitting on guys who won due to team record, and I do believe record does matter, but less so when you're comparing players who were both on successful teams. It's a whole different thing when talking about players with great stats who play for losing teams who missed the playoffs. Enter 1976 Kareem. He led the league in pretty much every advanced stat while putting up a stellar 28, 17, and 5 with 4 blocks per game averages. But the Lakers had a losing record and missed the playoffs. I just can't, in good conscience, give a guy who missed the playoffs MVP. I'm sorry, but I just can't do it. I'd give it to Bob McAdoo instead, who put up 31, 12, and 4 for Buffalo. 1978, Bill Walton over George Gervin and David Thompson. Portland was the reigning champions and the best team in the league in 1978, and Bill Walton was their best.
Go ahead and fire off your Bill Walton hate. Go ahead.
It's not warranted.
Player. He won MVP averaging 19, 13.
Did he play an entire season at any point in his career?
My God. Probably with the 86 Celtics.
And he came off the bench too.
He's a really good player.
I'm sorry.
He's a really good
when you put him in a conversation with Kareem the Dream, Wilt the Still.
Well, that's
Bill
too.
Russell.
Come on, bro. Bill Walton don't belong nowhere near those guys. Not even over Nikola Jokic. Not even Nikola Jokic.
Not over Joel Embiid either.
No. At this point in their careers.
But the issue is he missed 24 games with injury, the most ever by an MVP. I would have given it to either runner-up
what's my argument?
who averaged 27, 5, and 4 for the Spurs, or third place David Thompson, who averaged 27, 5, and 5 for the Nuggets. 1989, Magic Johnson over Michael Jordan. Entering 1989, Magic Johnson was fresh off of his 5th title, but he had just 1 MVP, and it feels like voters tried their best to make sure he ended his career with as many MVPs as Larry Bird. Because from an individual standpoint, there's really no reason why Magic should have won this over Jordan. Magic had the advantages.
When did Magic win his first one? 87?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. And Bird had his 84, 85, 86.
Yeah.
So they're okay. They're kind of like stat padding
per game.
Okay, like we gotta
While
keep
he
this
was
thing
great, no doubt, averaging 23, 8, and 13 per game. MJ had the advantages in every other category while putting up a ridiculous 33, 8, and 8 on 54% shooting. Plus, I mean, come on, we all know MJ was the best player in the league. Stop it. 1990, Magic Johnson over Michael Jordan. It happened again the next year. Magic won his third
and then
MVP.
He popped out and did it again and did it again.
To tie Bird while putting up worse numbers than Jordan. Again, Magic had the advantages in assists per game and team record, while Jordan dominated everywhere else. Magic was great, averaging 22, 7, and 12, but MJ was superior, averaging 34, 7, and 6 on 53% shooting. The most questionable part of this season's voting was Charles Barkley finishing second, not MJ. Barkley also got the most first-place votes and still didn't win, the only time that's ever happened in NBA history. 1993, Charles Barkley over Michael Jordan. Speaking of Barkley and Jordan, everybody remembers Barkley wrongly winning MVP over Jordan in 1993. Barkley had several things going for him. He rewrote the narrative of him being a team cancer in Philadelphia in his first year in Phoenix, leading them to the best record in the league. And also, Jordan's Bulls, coming off of 2 straight titles, weren't as dominant in the regular season as they had been in 91 and 92. Barkley averaged a great 26, 12, and 5 per game, but Jordan was still the best, averaging 33, 7, and 6 with better advanced stats. Just like in 19...
I don't think this is a hot take, but I'm going to say it anyway. 93 Jordan's the best player of all time. Thanks.
MJ actually finished third in the voting somehow, this time behind Hakeem. 1997, Karl Malone over Michael Jordan. When you hear about the worst...
Karl Malone winning anything is egregious to me.
And that man won over some kids.
Oh, god damn it. I was trying to go around it.
There's no way around it, bro. This is square.
Yeah. Fuck Karl Malone. We do not support Karl Malone on this channel.
I mean, you might. I don't.
Ugh.
MVPs, one of the first that usually pops up is Malone over Jordan in 97. It is true, Jordan deserved MVP over Malone, but it's not one of the worst, at least going by the numbers. Malone averaged a very impressive 27, 10, and 5 on 55% shooting for a 64-win team. MJ put up 36 and 4 on 49% shooting for a 69-win team. The advanced stats are also close, although MJ had a slight edge there too. I would have voted for MJ, but remember, the MVP is a regular season award only, and Malone's 1997 regular season was
if
certainly
you include playoffs with Karl Malone,
Nuggets fans,
you don't win.
Not as bad as many people make it out to be. 1998, Michael Jordan over Karl Malone. Blasphemy, right? Well, remember what I just said. MVP is regular season only. And going just off of the 1998 regular season, Malone was more worthy of MVP than Jordan. Both players' teams won 62 games. Malone averaged 27, 10, and 4 on 53% shooting, while MJ averaged 29, 6, and 4 on 47% shooting. Malone also had the better advanced numbers. If you included the playoffs, there's no question MJ would have deserved the award, but again, for the third time, this is a regular season award only. And in 1998, Karl Malone was the 1998 regular season MVP to me. It's still fuck Karl Malone though.
100%.
2001, Allen Iverson over Shaquille O'Neal. So according to
this, Michael Jordan should have 8 MVPs.
Yeah. Goat man, yeah, that's him.
Imagine he had 8 MVPs.
Goat man, yeah, that's him.
This wouldn't be a convo.
What conversation are we having?
But, you know, the other guy should have this
he should have the same amount.
AI's 2001 season is still talked about with such reverence by many due to the undersized shot chucker leading Philly to the finals. He also won MVP that year.
Shot chucker,
the numbers and comments...
Oh, we're giving a shot chucker stuff.
Who?
Being your time's coming.
Don't support that decision. AI averaged 31, 4, and 5 on just 42% shooting. He missed 11 games, and Philly still finished 56 and 26. The best player in the league was once again, obviously, Shaq, who was fresh off of his first ring and only career MVP. In my opinion, he deserved MVP again in 2001 for putting up 29, 13, and 4 with 3 blocks per game on 57% shooting. Shaq missed 8 games, and the Lakers also went 56 and 26. Shaq's advanced stats all destroy AIs, so to me, I would have voted for the best player who had the better stats. 2006, Steve Nash
over LeBron is crazy.
Kobe.
Hold on. Before you start the video, people will be mad about him saying LeBron and not Kobe, because every time we have this convo, anyone has this convo about 06, it's always Kobe.
Yeah.
It's always Kobe.
Lots of people make fun of Steve Nash's MVPs, and while his 2005 one was very questionable, his 2006 one was blatantly wrong. Most people also say Nash robbed Kobe Bryant of MVP in 2006, and while I think Kobe deserved MVP more than Nash that year, it was actually LeBron James who was robbed the most in my opinion. Nash put up 19, 4, and 11 per game on great efficiency for a 54-win Suns team. LeBron averaged 31, 7, and 7 for a 50-win Cavs team. Kobe actually finished fourth in voting, averaging a great 35, 5, and 5 for the 45-win Lakers. So really this argument comes down to LeBron and Kobe. It's a toss-up to be honest. Their per-game stats, advanced stats, and supporting cast were all very similar. Kobe did play in the tougher conference, but I gave the slight edge to LeBron due to his superior all-around game. 2008, Kobe Bryant over Chris Paul.
Look up who finished third, because Kobe finished fourth in that race.
Probably CP0 rings.
In 06?
I think so, man.
So
Dirk.
So Dirk Nowitzki finished third over Kobe. We're gonna have to do some analysis on that. All right, let's look it up. What did Dirk average? 26, 9, and 2.
48%
from the field. No,
he had more win shares.
That's what we're going off of, I guess.
Hell, this is the season I think it is. They were pretty good this season.
Oh, I mean, they made the finals this year. That's the year Dallas and Miami went to the finals. So, okay, interesting. And he won it the next year, 06, 07.
Yeah.
All right, well.
I think that's decent.
The more you
I
know.
don't think you should have been over Kobe.
No.
Man.
The more you know, though.
Nobody will admit it, but 2008 was basically a lifetime achievement award for Kobe.
Bean, I knew your time was coming.
Oh my! Why do you hate on Kobe so much?
I foreseen it.
Why do you hate this guy?
I foreseen it.
Admit you hate Kobe.
God came to me in a dream,
Admit
and he's
you
like,
hate
Kobe is overrated. I'm like, I agree.
Admit you hate Kobe.
Hey, I don't have to hate somebody to say they overrated, bro.
You are a Kobe hater.
Listen, I think in and out's overrated.
Oh, I thought you meant the dribble move.
Why?
I'm in such a basketball mode.
Who's ranking dribble moves?
I don't.
Crossover be number one though, for sure.
Oh, for sure, no question. Anyway,
behind the back,
go ahead,
in and out might be overrated.
Continue your point.
But in and out burger is overrated. That don't mean it's like the trashiest burger ever. It's overrated. That's all.
Don't let the old heads hear you. The old heads hear you. They'll be like, Kobe's number 2. Because of mentality,
number 2 what?
Intangibles.
He's number 2
shooting guard
with people who start their name with K. He's number 2 on that list.
Oh, Kareem. Okay. I was like, what?
Yeah, he's number 2 on that list, but that's about it.
What about the last name B?
B?
Yeah?
Yeah, he's number 1. Yeah.
All right, cool. We gave him a number 1 something.
And so
number
great
one
for
Laker
so long,
line.
the media felt like they had to make sure he ended his career with at least one MVP on his resume. Kobe did once again have a great year, unsurprisingly, although it wasn't nearly as good as his previous 2 seasons where he didn't win. He put up 28.
I'm trying to figure out how Kobe got through high school. He didn't pass anything.
Oh. Lakers team. But the real MVP this season, in my opinion, was Chris Paul, who put up 21, 4, and 12 with way better advanced stats than Kobe for a 56-win Hornets team. For what it's worth, New Orleans was outscored with CP3 off the court, while LA outscored opponents.
So Russ deserves his MVP.
If you're looking for value beyond box score stats, there you go. 2011, Derrick Rose.
This isn't as egregious as some people make it
Oh
seem.
my God.
I'm sorry. And
Derrick Rose, another one of those overrated players, man.
No, okay, I agree he's overrated, but this one, he
if he was healthy, he still had no jumper.
Okay, let's talk about the MVP. He deserved it. You're not going to tell me he didn't.
For what?
He
LeBron was better.
Bro, who did he have in his team? And he was a number 1 seed in the East.
Bro, that doesn't matter. Listen here, bro.
I don't want to give LeBron that.
What? LeBron had better stats that year. Across the board.
Stats don't tell the whole story.
That's how we go.
Know that.
That's how we should vote for the MVP. We look at...
Then LeBron should have been MVP
record.
I don't know how many times.
Exactly.
Probably like 10.
Exactly, and this is one of the times he got robbed.
Sure to ruffle some feathers. We all know deep down D-Rose won the MVP in
I'm
2011
fan,
largely
so
because people were
that.
still pissed at LeBron for going to Miami. LeBron still was the best
I
player
will
in the league and had better numbers.
I will say that
that was going against
the decision.
If he stayed in Cleveland, he would have won the MVP.
With those stats?
Yeah.
I agree.
efficiency than Rose in basically every category besides assists per game. Rose's Bulls won 62 games compared to LeBron's 58-win Heat team, but the revisionist history that Rose carried the Bulls by himself is ludicrous.
That is
revisionist. 9 points better per 100 possessions with LeBron on the court, while the Bulls were just 2.7 points better per 100 possessions with Rose on the court. LeBron still impacted games at a higher level than anybody else in 2011, and he was robbed of the hardware to prove it. And finally, 2018.
Hey, come on. That's a life achievement award too.
I don't know, man.
That's a life achievement award too, man.
I don't know if I agree with this.
He got beat out twice to that point.
I don't know if I agree with this.
He got beat out twice, bro.
So he deserved it for that? That's not how that works.
Kobe got beat out a few times, so yeah.
But no, I think James Harden should have won.
Before I begin, let me state for the record that I'm a major LeBron fan, and this is clearly a biased inclusion on my list.
Fair enough.
I know this. You don't have to take it seriously if you don't want to. So now that I've stated that, let me also state how I absolutely hate every single thing about how James Harden plays basketball. From a purely he deserved MVP over LeBron in 2018, but his style of play is such a disgrace.
Barry, you've been possessed by one of our friends.
He's an avid James Harden.
I never agree with him winning MVP. Even if there's a fire, all of his flopping and ref baiting made up a big portion of why he was so productive for so many years. It's not impressive, even if it was highly effective. Harden is like Tom Brady to me. The stats are great, the accolades are great, and both get noticeably worse in the playoffs. By the way, it's not like LeBron wasn't great either in 2018. He played in every game while Harden missed 10, and he averaged 28, 9, and 9 on great efficiency while carrying a god-awful supporting cast to 50 wins. Give me LeBron over Harden in any scenario, even if Harden had better stats.
Tom Brady slander and LeBron praise. Oh, Skip Bayless would have a heart attack.
Stroke.
Eat Arby's.
I'm good on that.
Yeah, bro, we have the meat sounds dirty.
Like that don't even sound. What kind of? That's not an appealing advertisement.
We have the meat.
That's not appealing at all. But yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That was a great video. Shout out to Barry McCockiner. Shout out to you guys that made it to the end. I agree with most of the list, but I don't know about James Harden.
I agree with the whole thing.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
D Rose.
Yeah, the whole thing.
James Harden.
The whole thing.
So you argued.
Hey, look, read my lips. The whole thing.
True. James Harden should have won that.
The whole thing.
I'm sorry. I'm not the biggest James Harden fan either, but he should have won that. I don't know about that. But no, I enjoyed that video. Appreciate y'all for watching.
When you get like 20 free throws a game, it's really easy to score.
He was a ref baited like a motherfucker.
It was a whole thing. You couldn't play him with your hands because he
had to go like this.
Out.
He had to guard the nigga like this to even try and stop him. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man.
He was going bird hunting.
Man.
He is hunting for fouls, bro.
Hey, man, I enjoyed that. Like, comment, share, subscribe.
Don't do any of that.
Culture gang, culture gang, culture gang.
We love y'all.
See you on the next one.
Drink water. You got juice, man?
Bro, this nigga keeps asking me for juice.